at these gorgeous waves of color. This stunning rose tray is about to transform your home decor game completely. I'm going to show you how to create this showstopper piece using a technique that makes those colors flow like magic across your resin. The best part? Those shimmering accents that catch the light from every angle. Stick around to see how this beauty comes to life. Welcome to Happy Place Creations by Connie. I'm so excited you're joining me today. We're creating something truly special with this large 11.5-inch wavy silicone mold. I'll be showing you how to highlight a beautiful pink rose sticker using a gorgeous blend of pink, purple, gold, and dark purple mica powders that create the most incredible flowing effect. And wait until you see what happens when we add that secret touch of iridescent glitter in the creases. This piece is perfect for serving, displaying, or even as a stunning centerpiece. Let's dive in and create some magic together. Now for the fun part, bringing our design to life with color. I'm starting with this gorgeous gold mica powder, placing it strategically around the tray where it'll really make our rose pop. See how I'm applying it to these specific areas? This gold is going to create the most beautiful accent against our pinks and purples. Next, I'm alternating between these stunning shades of pink and purple. Notice how I'm creating this flowing pattern that follows the waves of our mold. This technique gives us that dreamy, ethereal look that makes this piece so special. Quick pro tip here. Watch how I blow away the excess powder after each color. This step is super important, friends. If you skip this, that extra powder can float into your resin and mess with those crisp color transitions we're working so hard to create. And here's a little trick I absolutely love. Instead of using so many Q-tips, I'm using this paintbrush with a tiny bit of alcohol to clean each area before applying the next color. Just dip, tap off the excess on a paper towel, and gently wipe the silicone clean. It gives you such precise control and makes the whole process so much faster. Have you tried this paintbrush technique before? Drop me a comment below and let me know if you use this method too. Or if you have another cleaning trick that works wonders, please share. I'm always looking to learn new techniques from my crafty community. We all have different tricks up our sleeves, and I'd love to hear yours. Just a quick heads up, don't forget to mark your calendars, crafty friends. I upload new videos every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at 6 p.m. That's 3 chances each week to get your creative inspiration fix. And honestly, I never quite know what I'll be creating next. My mind tends to wander down all sorts of creative paths, which means my content is always fresh and unexpected. One day we might be making resin trinket boxes, the next day ornaments, platters, or coasters, or even something completely different that caught my imagination. That's the fun part of this creative journey. Even I'm sometimes surprised by where my creativity takes me. So hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on whatever crafty adventure we embark on next. Just a little behind-the-scenes confession for you all. What you're seeing in this quick montage? It actually took me a full hour and a half to complete. I wanted to be totally transparent about that because resin art isn't always the quick craft some videos make it seem. This detailed color work requires patience and precision. But trust me, those stunning results are absolutely worth the time investment. I'm showing you the condensed version so you don't have to watch me place every speck of mica powder. But remember that it's completely normal if your projects take time too. The most beautiful creations often do. This is definitely one of those put on your favorite playlist and get into the zone kind of projects. Sometimes the most relaxing part of crafting is losing yourself in these meditative, detailed steps. Anyone else find that too? Now that our beautiful color design is complete, it's time for the next exciting step. I've mixed up some Let's Resin epoxy for our background layer. For this project, I chose their ocean white pigment. It's this gorgeous soft white that's going to make our colors really stand out. Oops, a little crafting reality moment here. I realized as I was pouring that I didn't quite mix enough white pigment into my resin. See how it's a bit more translucent than I planned? But you know what? That's actually going to work perfectly for this design. It's going to create this beautiful, subtle effect where our colors will still shine through while giving us that clean background we need. This is why I love resin art. Sometimes those little happy accidents end up making your piece even more unique. I'm filling the entire mold now, making sure to get into all those beautiful wave ridges. Now comes the hardest part of resin crafting, the waiting game. We need to let this cure completely before moving on to our next step. I'll see you back here once it's ready. And here comes the big reveal. Let's demold this beauty. Oh my goodness, look at how those colors turned out. The gold is absolutely glowing against those pinks and purples. The way they flow together along those waves is just mesmerizing. I will say, I noticed the light purple ended up being pretty close to the pink shade I selected. They're almost blending together in certain areas. But you know what? It actually creates this gorgeous gradient effect that I'm totally loving. Sometimes these little surprises end up making your piece even more special. Now for our stunning rose sticker, the star of the show. As I'm peeling back the backing, oh, well, that's a surprise. Our sticker actually has a white background instead of being transparent. Like I expected, I was really hoping for a clear backing that would let those beautiful colors shine through. But hey, that's the beauty of crafting. We adapt and make it work. Let me position this on our tray. I'm noticing I'm slightly off center as I press it down. That wasn't exactly the plan, but you know what? It still looks amazing against those swirls of color. As I press the sticker down into the grooves, I'm getting a new inspiration. See how the sticker sits down in those wave valleys? I'm thinking some iridescent glitter pressed right into those grooves would create the most magical highlighting effect around our rose. I know I'm being a bit of a perfectionist about that white backing and the placement, but honestly, this tray is turning out absolutely stunning. Those colors, the shimmer, that beautiful rose, it all works together so perfectly. What do you think of this project? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Would you have chosen different colors? Or do you have any clever tricks for working with stickers and resin projects? Let me know. Now here's a super important step that can make or break your project. Watch closely as I take this precision knife and carefully cut tiny slits in the sticker where it sits in those deep grooves. This little trick is absolutely crucial. What I'm doing is creating escape routes for any trapped air. Without these tiny cuts, air can get trapped under your sticker when you pour your next layer of resin, and those bubbles will rise up and ruin your beautiful finish. See how I'm focusing on those deeper seams where the sticker dips down? That's where air loves to hide. These little strategic cuts are practically invisible in the finished piece, but they make all the difference in preventing those frustrating air bubbles. I learned this technique the hard way after ruining a few projects with trapped air bubbles. Trust me, taking these extra 30 seconds now will save you hours of frustration later. Now for that magical touch that's going to take this tray to a whole new level. I'm mixing up some of this fine iridescent glitter with UV resin. Look at that sparkle already. This is one of my favorite techniques for adding dimension and that eye-catching shimmer that makes people go wow when they see your work. I'm carefully applying this glittery mixture into each of those gorgeous wave grooves surrounding our rows. See how I'm working it into each crevice? When light hits this tray, these lines are going to catch it and create the most beautiful sparkle effect from every angle. It's like adding tiny rivers of diamonds flowing around our centerpiece. The UV resin is perfect for this step because it cures quickly and stays exactly where you place it. Plus, it has this beautiful crystal clear finish that really showcases the glitter. This step might seem small, but it's these little details that transform a pretty project into something truly spectacular. That contrast between the smooth-colored areas and these sparkling grooves creates such amazing visual interest. Just wait until you see how this catches the light when it's finished. I'm working in small sections with our glitter resin mixture, focusing on a few grooves at a time. This gives me perfect control over the placement and keeps the mixture from running where I don't want it. After completing each section, I'm using my handheld UV light to quickly cure it in place. This step-by-step approach ensures everything stays exactly where I want it. No messy drips or glitter migration. You'll notice I'm being really methodical about this process. Cure, move to the next section, cure again. It might seem time-consuming, but this technique gives you so much more precision than trying to do the entire tray at once. Once I've filled all the grooves with our sparkly mixture and done these quick cures, I'm going to place the entire tray under my larger UV lamp for a solid 10 minutes. This final longer cure is super important. It ensures everything is completely hardened before we move on to our final resin layer. If you rush this curing step, you risk having partially cured resin that can interact with your top coat and create cloudiness or other issues. That extra patience now means a flawlessly clear finish later. This is definitely one of those don't skip this step moments in resin crafting. Now for the grand finale, our crystal clear top coat that's going to seal in all our hard work and give this tray that gorgeous glass-like finish. I've mixed up some more Let's Resin epoxy, and here's a little secret. I've added a sprinkle of crushed crystal throughout the mixture. This gives a subtle sparkle to the entire surface, not just in those glittered grooves we created earlier. Oh, crafting reality check. I actually didn't mix quite enough resin on my first attempt. You can see I had to do a second pour to complete the surface. This happens to all of us, even after years of resin work. Always better to mix a little extra than not enough. Now watch this technique switch. Since we're working with a cured piece and not a silicone mold, I'm using my torch instead of alcohol spray to remove bubbles. See how quickly those bubbles pop when the heat passes over them? The torch gives me perfect control and leaves an absolutely pristine surface. This is really important. When working with finished pieces like this, alcohol sprays can sometimes leave a hazy film on your surface, especially if you're not using 99% isopropyl alcohol. That's why I prefer the torch method for these finishing layers. It gives us that flawless, glass-like finish without any risk of residue. Just look at how that surface is already starting to shine. All those beautiful colors and sparkles are going to be preserved under this perfect clear coat. The depth this creates is absolutely stunning. And here it is, everyone. It's not much of a reveal because we don't have to take it out of a mold. But let me give you a close-up view of what it actually looks like. Look at that sparkle. Isn't that just beautiful? I think it came out amazing. And here's the back, plain white. Like I said, it's a little bit transparent, but it does do the trick for the front, for our colors, nice and smooth. And again, here's the front, the beautiful rose. It is a little off-center, but it still is an amazing tray. I had an amazing time with you today. Thank you for joining me. See you next time. Right here, same crafty channel, same crafty time.